Hello, people of YouTube, welcome back. So, we are finally here to unravel Craig's big box of delicious gold nuggets. That sounds so wrong, doesn't it? But yeah, I've kind of been hyping this up since pretty much I've moved in here, I think. But I've just been trying to make the right time for opening it. And yeah, now is the time. My shelf over there, where a lot of this is probably going to be going, is quite bare, and I just need to get around to doing it all. So I'm going to do two videos in one go. I've split it into two, about 10 games in each, and hopefully I'm going to talk a little bit more about them than I normally do, just because it is a little bit shorter. But yeah, can't wait to go through it all. I can't wait to put it on the shelf. But yeah, if you're new here, because Callum Retro Ghetto did a shout out for me the other day. Thank you very much, sir. Very much appreciated. But yeah, like I've had like an unprecedented amount of new subs. So if you are here, hello, how you doing? Probably not like most other channels. I'm a little bit of a hobbyist channel. Some days I'll make loads of videos and then I'll have like a massive break. No schedule, no nothing. Mostly pickups, but I will be trying to. Well, I'm going to be doing less pickups soon, to be honest. So I'll enjoy talking about video games. So we'll probably a lot more like top 10s, VRs, just, you know, just general chatting about games, really. Hopefully enticing some of you guys to, if you, a lot of the guys that have been commenting recently don't seem to make videos or anything like that. So it'd be nice to start talking to you guys a little bit more. I do like comments. I prefer comments over views. Definitely. Big time, not a big view chaser or anything like that. But yeah, like great community of guys that are in my chats. If you ever want other people to watch, just see who's chatting below on my comments, and they're usually top fellas and some top lasses. Not many, but hopefully there'll be more girls in the scene. Don't think there will be, but be nice. It'll be nice. But yeah, anyway, we have got pure retro gold here. Pure retro gold. I've got to say, most of it is shooters, so apologise now, but there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games in. There is a non-shooter, a classic Mega Drive game to talk about, and then it's back to shooters again. So yeah, if that's not your thing, apologise, but there's plenty of stunning, beautiful artwork here. I'm trying to think, is my next box full of so shooter heavy? Probably is. I love my shooters. That is kind of like where I'm going towards. More Japanese, more shooters, and PlayStation 4, the greatest console on earth, trademarked. Anyway, let's go, shall we? Shall we go? Right, to be honest, let's turn these upside down, because I think we're going to go in order of greatness. And to be honest, they're all great, to be fair. All great. And so the first one is Poppin' Twinbee. A lot of people probably know this game on the Super Nintendo. Also was on the NES. Quite a lot of ports, quite a lot of sequels. To be honest, I don't know where this lies. I don't think this is the same as Super Poppin' Twinbee. I think because this is just Twinbee. I think this is just the arcade version of Twinbee. Either way, brutally hard games, beautiful artwork, Konami classic. This is on HuCard, if you've not seen a HuCard before. Absolutely great condition. I mean, to be honest, Craig's stuff has been like looked after for the longest time. Oh, that's got a bit of a crack on the back. That's probably from me storing it in this box and moving it around so much. So sorry for breaking your games, Craig. But yeah, absolutely love this game. And you'll probably later find out why. Probably what got me into this game, really. So yeah, fantastic game on the PC Engine to get. It's a vertical shooter, if I've not mentioned it before. Cute 'em up, one of the classic cute 'em ups. So next up, a game, to be honest, I don't really know much about. When I went through Craig's stuff, and I bought a load of stuff that was shown last time, and I was like, right, Craig, can you make sure you put that Macross game to one side for me? And I was like, what Macross game? And I was like, had to find it, and it is Kaiden Z00 for the PC Engine. So I thought this was a Macross game. It really isn't. I don't know if this is a anime from somewhere else. Right, this is how budget I am. I'm like Sorry about that, just making sure I'm recording. Yeah, so this is a another shoot 'em up, but this one's very different. This one's really interesting actually. So this, probably why I thought it was a Macross game, is it sort of flies like you're a Superman. You're a character flying through the sky, and you've got various types of unusual weapons for a shooter. I think you can select them all on the fly. I don't think you can power up. The problem about this one is on CD, and my PC Engine Duo is still on the blink. Finally got a new power cable, and my SCART cable just had it. It was kind of like a bodge job. It was a custom made one, and it had like tape around it. And I think somewhere along the lines, the cables have come and toppled in the move. So I've bought a new one, and I'm just hoping it's going to work, because Dylan Hyper Trigger X mentioned that he had one for his Duo and it didn't work because it wasn't properly what's it called, wide up. It was wide in a different orientation for some reason. Mine's a modded PC Engine, so I'm a little bit worried, to be honest. So that's to come. It was an expensive cable, I've got to say, but I need to get around to playing these CD games, because a lot of the HuCard games I played via the EverDrive back in the day, but I've not been able to play the CD games, and I'm really looking forward to playing a lot of these games, especially this one. Like I say, this one's got a really unique feature where like you have like sort of like wavy like yo-yos and stuff like that you can like proper like screen clear like some of the enemies. I don't know if there's any pros and cons in changing them all, and that's what I'm looking forward to playing this game. Cool art style, like I say, it's very anime, very mech, very cool. Yeah, and one that not many people talk about, one a lot of people do talk about, but not on the PC Engine, is All Your Base Belong to Us, Zero Wing. That's not, is this the right one? No, I don't know. I'm just talking crap now, aren't I? Yeah, this one is a fantastic game. I always get this and Hellfire mixed up, but I'm starting to become more what's it called, educated. So I'm starting to realize what Zero Wing is a bit more. The thing is, I've played them both to death, well, not to death, but played them both to completion a couple of times. I've not played this one to completion on PC Engine yet, as it's a CD game. So I'd like to see what the differences are. I believe this isn't quite as visually stunning as the Mega Drive one, but soundtrack is really good. Yeah, this one is a fantastic game. I find it a bit easy. It's a little bit slower compared to a lot of games, and I was watching a comparison the other day by the almighty Shmup Junkie, and he showed that he'd never played the arcade version either, and the arcade version is a lot faster playing than this. A lot of more things that happen on screen at once. And because they're much harder, and that is why these games are a little bit easier on the easy side, maybe not being programmed as well as they could have been. That being said, it's still a fantastic, cracking game. Yeah, this one is a must play. One for one of you shmup heads that are into a new Mega Drive game, maybe one to pick up. Also on other systems, obviously PC Engine being one of them. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to actually playing the arcade version on the PS4 copy that I got recently. Next up, we've got Spinecard in this one. Jesus Christ, we're pushing about out here. Spriggan, is it super powered or something? I'm not too sure if this is part of the Aleste series. It's made by Compile, who obviously do Aleste and a lot of other fantastic shooters. Compile, sort of like known for doing power-ups in a certain way, where they sort of like, you go all over the screen and you kind of like choose the numbers to power up. This completely changes it in a different way. It's sort of like a color power-up system. Again, it's CD, so I've not been able to play it yet. I've still not played this game yet, but I've seen so many videos on it. I'm really itching to play this. This plays very much like Mushi Him. I've got a Mushi Him t-shirt on. What's the coincidences there? Yeah, plays very much like the game that I'm emblazing on my t-shirt. A vertical shooter, very cool looking mech, sort of sci-fi, but also a little bit medievally. You've got like sort of like monsters as well, of like big bloody battleships and stuff like that. Really cool. I guess it was made in 1991. Holds up a treat today by the look of it. I hear a lot of good things about this. A lot of people took. I think that Spriggan is very held in very high regard, to be honest. Yeah, looking forward to playing this one. I just can't wait. Can't wait to play that one. Next up, we've got a non-shooter here. In fact, it's in its wrap. Let's take it out of its wrap. Next up, we have got Bare Knuckle 2, also known as Streets of Rage. Now, I've already sold my Streets of Rage 2. I think it was Marathon Gaming who bought it. And I would have liked to have done a bit of a side-by-side on this. That would have been cool. But alas, we've just got this now. And a lot of people say the Japanese covers are a lot better than PAL. But do you know what? What do you guys think? Is this better than the PAL cover? It is a pretty funky cover. I love how red and like dark and foreboding it is, and it goes with the Bare Knuckle name. But the PAL one is PAL Mega Drive, Genesis, the American style. The Western version is so iconic. It really is. Fantastic game. Do I need to say anything more about this? Let's double check it's all complete. Yeah, it is, and it's not had the cart cut down, which is cool. I've been seeing that quite a lot on eBay just recently. The ones so they can play on PAL systems. So yeah, that's Mega Drive done. We're now on Super Famicom. So we've got a couple of games here. First one, I've seen this goes for absolutely nothing on the PAL systems, probably about 20-30 quid. And because of that, I always assumed it was a not very good game. But I've heard a lot of people really talk very highly of this recently, and it's Strike Gunner. To be honest, I've forgotten to watch a video before. I bought these months ago. Yeah, so this is Strike Gunner. Unfortunately, this isn't as cheap on the Super Famicom. Again, I've not checked if it's complete. I'm stupid. It's complete, fortunately. Yeah, so this isn't as cheap on the Japanese. People always make the wrong assumptions that Japanese games are cheaper than PAL. Now, you think it's the RPGs that are cheaper. That's about it. Especially like Western developed games. Maybe that's what this is, a Western developed shooter. They tend to be a lot more expensive. But yeah, I'm looking forward to playing this because, like I say, I've heard a lot of people say a lot of good things. Funny enough, I've never actually got around to playing it because I've just had... I think sometimes when you see prices of games, you just make assumptions. Oh, it's cheap, it must be crap. But no, hopefully that's going to change my mind because it wasn't cheap anymore on that one, even though I got a great price from Craig. Next up, completed a collection. Finally complete. I can't believe, to be honest, I thought I completed this ages ago, but obviously not. And it is the Parodius series. So this is Jiku. I'm not very good at the name. Jiku Parodius. We never got this over here. I don't think it came out in America either. But this is, I think it's fantastic Parodius. This is on the, I think it's on the double pack on the Sega Saturn on the PAL regions. So it's easy to get. It's expensive, I suppose. Probably a little bit more than what this costs to get the Sega Saturn PAL version. Cheap if you want to get it Japanese. But yeah, this is a great game. I love Parodius. It's one of my favourite games in the shooter series, and probably full stop. It's kind of like I picked this up many moons ago when I was a wee nipper, and it sort of like changed my perspective of gaming. It kind of like brought that Japanese tinge into my world, where it's just sort of like over the top craziness. You have like these oversized women like moving up and down. Yeah, like so cool. And yeah, like I say, this is completed my trilogy. So this is the first one, this is the second one, and the sexy one over here is the third one. So nice to finally complete the collection. So cheers for that, Craig. Really pleased with that. Like I say, to be honest, I don't really know what the best one is. I found out recently this doesn't work on the EverDrive, so I need to play this again, actually on the car, and see what happens. See what the difference is. I think there's a little bit more voices in here, and like I say, lots of sexy scenes. But yeah, it's mainly this game, the original. Well, it's not the original. This is the second one, isn't it? But the first one on the Super Famicom, that sort of like really did it for me. Fantastic series, and I mean, look at that. Just look at the box art. I mean, you can't go wrong. So yeah, thanks Craig for helping complete that set. That is very much appreciated. So next up, a lot of you guys know I collected a lot of PS2. Kind of stopped doing that. I don't have the space for it, and I sort of don't really have the love for it. I only kind of collected it because it was easy, and then I got the collecting bug and then started going for the heavy hitters and stuff. That's not how I'm going to be collecting now. Now I'm going to be collecting just games that I seriously just want to play. And this is one that was high on my radar, and it is Thunder Force 6. So I'm not a massive fan of Thunder Force 4, like a lot of people seem to say that's the next coming of Christ. But it's a good game and everything like that. However, the Thunder Force series as a whole is fantastic, and you cannot deny that. So when I saw that this was available, I jumped on it straight away. I was like, Craig, put that in my pile. So I have played this. I only played it briefly on the PS2 fairly recently, about a month ago. Yeah, it is basically exactly what you think. It's Thunder Force, but on the new generation. It's very flashy, very cool, side-scrolling shooter. In fact, a lot of these have been vertical shooters, but no, not this one. Yeah, I absolutely love this game. Yeah, well, I say I love this game. I love this series. I might do a bit of well, I still need to get the Japanese versions back for the Mega Drive, and then I've got the complete collection again. Well, I will have the complete collection. But yeah, Thunder Force 3, hands down my favourite of the series. Fantastic game, more traditional than the newer version. Thunder Force 2 is a bit unique. Thunder Force 1 is I think that's just on the, is it X68000 or Japanese PCs anyway, so I doubt I'll ever get that one. But yeah, I'm really pleased with this one. So cheers for that, Craig. My pile is getting quite tall. So I've got two more PS2 games. Next up, a game, to be honest, I didn't really realise this was on the PS2. I thought it was the sequel that was, and I saw it on his in his pile, and I literally was just bidding on one previously before he showed that he was selling this, and I was like, right, I'll get it from Craig. So here it is, Escada. Sorry, let's get me vowels out properly. Yeah, this is a cool shooter. I played Escada 2 quite a lot. I've got it on. I've got it on. Have I got it on the Switch? Or was that to come? I can't remember. But Xbox 360 as well. And yeah, I played it quite a bit. Not a massive fan of it. It's a good game, but I'm not a really big fan of the switching mechanics. It kind of confuses me a little bit, and it seems that it's a bit easy because of the switching. You can get hit by bullets, and then it doesn't really do anything. But I've not played this on the PS2 yet, but I have played it on Arcade Club since I bought this. So I went to Arcade Club, and yeah, I saw that they had this on the machines, and I played it a fair bit, and I really liked it. I think I prefer this version over Escalada 2. I don't know if that is commonly accepted, but I personally do. So I'm looking forward to playing this a little bit more. It still has the switching mechanic. However, I just don't feel it's as heavily implemented as the second one. So I mean, tell me if I'm wrong. And maybe I need to, like I say, it was only the one afternoon that I played quite a bit of it. But yeah, much prefer this version than the second one. This one comes with a special DVD. That's usually a no-hit run. Is it a no-hit run? Definitely a 1cc anyway. So maybe I need to watch that and get good. And the Piece de la Resistance, the last game in this pile, at least anyway. However, they're not actually, forget that, not the last game. I should have shown this earlier when I showed Parodius. So this was a free gift because I've probably spent like a fortune with Craig over the last few months. And it is the Twinbee money box. This is awesome. This is fantastic. So yeah, I think he threw it in. Maybe put some money on somewhere, I don't know, but always a good deal with Craig anyway. So yeah, this is really appreciated. I've got a bit of a Parodius shrine building up, and Craig knew that, so he was like, this has to go into your collection. I was like, Craig, you are absolutely correct. This is awesome. A cool little Twinbee like this. So yeah, looking forward to like sort of like making the placement for my Parodius shrine. But anyway, yeah, the second game that's in a shrine. So a little clue, I've got an arcade machine and it is emblazoned with this game. So obviously it's not official artwork or anything like that. However, this is official, and it is, oh my god, I can't believe I got this. This is one that I've been in my eBay watch list for about 10 years. I'm not even joking. And it is Mushi Him. Yeah. Oh my god. This game is my probably favorite bullet hell game. Full stop. End of conversation. It's sort of like comfort food to me. Don't get me wrong, this is a hard game, but I think it's a lot easier than people looking from the outside in probably make it. I can do a few stages without even getting hit, and I absolutely love it. Still not 1cc'd it yet, but now I've got it on the PS2. Well, now I'm gonna have to try, aren't I? And especially in this amazing special edition. Yeah, so let's see what's inside, shall we? So we have got the game in question. Yeah, it doesn't come with a special play demo, which is a bit of a shame, really. But yeah, why does it make it a big box? Well, it's got the little fairy, hasn't it? Of course it hasn't. Not for resale. So yeah, Craig, you shouldn't have sold it to me. But yeah, Craig did a cracking price on this, and I think again, he knows that this is going to a good home. This is going to be displayed proudly around my Mushi Him cab. I'm going to probably do a bit of a cave section. Yeah, I mean, how I first played this game, because I was quite late. Well, maybe I wasn't quite late into these kind of games, but I started collecting and started watching YouTube, and at that time a lot of the cave ports started getting put onto mobile phones and iPads, and there was like 10-15 quid a pop. It was quite expensive, but yeah, this one intrigued me just because of the name. I think it was called like Bug Princess on the actual app rather than Mushi Him, because that wouldn't work for us Westerners, would it? How can you say that name? It's probably because I've said it so many times it just sort of rolls off my tongue. But yeah, yeah. So I played this on the iPad first, like moving along. Fantastic, great game. I was like just dying instantly, but just loving the absolutely visuals that like get thrown at you. Like, I mean, there's one of the bosses just a T-Rex that's running towards you, and I suppose that's probably my love of Jurassic Park as well, sort of like brings back nostalgia. Oh, fantastic game, like I say. If you've not played any sort of bullet hell games before and you're very interested, because they are beautiful games, and honestly they're not as hard as they look. In fact, I find some bullet hells a lot easier than the traditional games, because you can learn the patterns easier in this than you can like a bullet just getting aimed straight for your face and you've got to like react to dodge it, if that makes sense. This, you just know, you after a few playthroughs, and it's sort of like even if you've played a few sort of shooters in this same kind of genre, you can kind of learn how bullet patterns are going to form. So yeah, Craig, thanks again for such a great deal on all of these, and a lot of these have been long sought after. I've got to say, long sought after, finally in the collection, and yeah, I've still got a part 2 to do. So if you enjoyed what I just showed here, have a look at the next one, see what you think, because I think The next, well, apart from this game, the next bundle is out of this world, I've got to say. Not saying that this wasn't, but like, yeah, the next bundle is pure platinum. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, bye.